Ever wonder if your birth date can actually shape your professional strengths? Well, today we're diving deep into that very idea. We're building a strategic roadmap specifically for anyone born on September 2nd, designed to help you unlock your truly unique potential. At the core of this whole profile is this really fascinating dynamic. It's a powerful mix of two totally different forces. On one hand, you've got this sharp, logical mind, and on the other, a deep, intuitive heart. Our entire explainer today is built around understanding the tension and, more importantly, the incredible synergy between these two. So how are we going to break this all down? Here's the plan. First, we'll decode your unique blueprint. Then, we'll define the analytical empath archetype that it creates. From there, things get super practical. We'll talk about leveraging your strengths, navigating your challenges, and then we'll map out a clear path forward. All right, first up, let's look at your unique blueprint. Before we can really see the whole picture, we've got to understand the two core pieces that make this profile so distinct and, honestly, so powerful. The first piece of the puzzle is your astrological foundation. You're a Virgo. Now, as an Earth sign ruled by Mercury, this is where that core analytical mindset comes from. You know, that intelligent, hardworking, and incredibly detail-oriented part of you. It's the source of that calm, steady, and super capable presence. But here's where it gets interesting. That Virgo foundation is only half the story. It's layered with the numerology of the day number 2. And this brings in a totally different kind of energy. We're talking sensitivity, diplomacy, and this really profound intuitive depth that kind of softens Virgo's purely logical side. So what happens when you smash these two forces together? Well, that brings us right to our main idea, the analytical empath. Let's dig into how these two very different elements don't just exist side by side. They actually fuse into one single, powerful professional archetype. And here it is, the analytical empath. This is someone who can process really complex information with that sharp Virgo mind, but, and this is the key, they do it while being incredibly sensitive to the human dynamics all around them. It's a really rare and valuable combo of head and heart. Let's just break that down a bit more. Your Virgo core is like the analytical engine. It's intelligent, hardworking, practical. Then that number 2 overlay provides the human interface. It's cooperative, sensitive, and gives you great partnership skills. So you can think of it like this. One part provides the what, and the other part provides the how. Okay, so now that we get the blueprint, let's shift from who you are to what you can do with it. We're going to focus on some really actionable strategies to amplify your greatest natural talents in the workplace. Your first superpower is without a doubt your analytical excellence. I'm talking about your natural ability for precision, for seeing patterns and little errors that other people just completely miss. This is a mission-critical asset in pretty much any field that needs insight and accuracy. So how do you really lean into this? First, you should actively position yourself to be the team's go-to expert for reviewing critical documents and plans. And second, use that amazing organizational talent to build efficient systems and workflows. You want to make your meticulous nature an absolutely indispensable team asset. Next up is your unwavering reliability. And this isn't just about being a productive worker. No, it's about being that dependable teammate, the anchor for your team. You build this currency of trust that is just invaluable. How can you leverage this? Well, you can volunteer for those long-range planning roles to show off your strategic foresight. And you can turn this personal trait into a real leadership quality by mentoring junior colleagues in things like organization and time management. Now we get to your true competitive advantage, empathetic collaboration. This is where you mix Virgo's logic with the number 2 strong gut instinct and partnership skills. It lets you solve not just the logical problem, but the human one that's usually hiding right behind it. Okay, so let's put this into action. You can serve as a natural mediator during disagreements, using logic to frame the conversation while making sure everyone feels heard. And you've got to learn to trust that gut instinct. Speak up when something just feels off. It's often a sign of a potential risk that needs a closer look. Of course, every profile has its potential downsides, so in this next section, we're going to look at those challenges, but not as weaknesses. No, we're going to see them as clear, actionable opportunities for growth. The first big challenge is perfectionism. That Virgo drive for flawlessness, it can lead to a lot of stress and even just paralysis. A great tool to fight this is the 80-20 rule. Focus your energy on getting an excellent 80% results and save that final intense 20% of effort for only the most critical projects. It's really all about strategic energy allocation. And to deal with the related issue of overthinking, what you need is structure. Give yourself a specific, reasonable deadline for analysis, and then just make a decision. And just as important, practice self-compassion. Acknowledge your effort and your progress instead of just zeroing in on any little imperfections. The tendency to avoid conflict, that can really hold you back. So to build what we call constructive assertiveness, you should lean into your analytical strengths. Prepare and even rehearse talking points before important meetings. Use I statements to express your perspective calmly and frame disagreements as a debate about the problem, not the person. And finally, a key growth area for the analytical empath is embracing emotional expression. This doesn't have to be some scary thing. You can start small by proactively scheduling feedback sessions to get comfortable with these conversations. Practice in low-stakes situations to build confidence. You can even use your logical mind as a bridge by simply naming your feelings to yourself before you speak. Okay, let's pull all of this together. Our final section is all about turning these insights into a concrete, tangible action plan for the next 6 to 12 months. And here it is, your roadmap. Notice the 3 key focus areas: cultivating leadership presence, enhancing strategic risk-taking, and mastering work-life balance. For each one, we've got recommended actions tied to a key mindset shift, all designed to move you from being quietly productive to visibly influential. And really, that's the ultimate goal here. The path forward is all about consciously integrating your formidable analytical intelligence with your equally strong intuition and empathy. By playing up your strengths and strategically managing your challenges, you can unlock your full potential to move beyond being just quietly effective to becoming visibly influential.